We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back and doing a best of 3 Aetherdrift draft. We've got Bulwark Ox as the rare, 2 mana, 2/2. When it attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Sack this creature, creatures you control with counters on them, gain hexproof and indestructible. It's a great card. Let's see what Debris Beetle is though too. We got a 4 mana, 6/6 Trampler. When it enters, each opponent loses, so it drains for 3. Wow, and accrues for 2, and it's a 6/6 Trample? Wow, that's really good. Well, it's probably one of these rares, but let's look at the... I think I'll take the Ox just because it's cheaper and it's monocolor, and it's still very good. You just get to buff a creature anytime you saddle it. It's really nice. Canyon Vaulter, we saw this before. 2 mana, 3/1. When it mounts or accrues vehicles, they gain flying, which is good. Transit Mage enters. Search your library for an artifact 4/5. Put it in your hand. That's nice. Archfiend we got to play in the last draft. It cycles, and it also is a flyer that comes in and kills things. Spin Out is a kill spell. This enters. Surveil 2. It's got flying, not bad. It's a 2 mana 4/1, part of that uncommon cycle. All right, let's see what Dune Drifter does. And this vehicle enters, return target artifact or creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's really good. I feel like, yeah, that's really good. I like that. Glider is a 1 mana, 1/1 vigilance, and it's a mount that saddles for 3. It gets +1/+2 and gains flying. So it doesn't have flying otherwise. So there's Spin Out here. Let's see what this Fish Pirate does. 2 mana, 1/2 flyer. Whenever you discard one, or this is good with cycling. Yeah, wow, this is really good actually. Whenever you cycle, it just grows. It's really strong. Malt Tinder. This lets you mill and ramp. That's really good for 1 mana. I'm kind of feeling this Dune Drifter. It feels relatively cheap. Although would I rather just take a removal spell? Bringing back something from the graveyard to the battlefield is pretty good. It's like a res spell plus a body. I'm going to take it. I have a feeling it's good. It is multicolor. Wretched Doll, 2 mana, 3/1 that surveils. That's good. Cloudspire Coordinator, enters, scry 2, and then you can make a bunch of pilots. Number of mounts or vehicles that enter the battlefield under your control this turn. And wow, that's pretty cool. So there's a mount here. Could take the Spin Out now. I think we will. We'll take the removal now. You know, some formats removal is less good. It depends on how strong the creatures are. Like if all the creatures have into the battlefield abilities or are multi-body or have die effects, typically removal's worse. But it's just dependent on a lot of things. So we'll see how this format goes. Counter target artifact or creature spell unless the controller pays 4. Huh. So not quite Essence Scatter, but it also hits artifacts. I guess that's cool. I'll take Spin Out, feel pretty good about it. Okay, Monument of Endurance. I mean, this is a good card with cycle. It's a little clunky, but either draining your opponent or drawing, you can do multiple in a turn. So this gets bigger with each artifact you control, but it is 4 mana. It's not cheap. This Haunted Hellrite is a good card. Yeah, I got beat up by that. I like Night Market. It's a cycle land that also fixes. Otherwise, there is Engine Rat. I think I might take the Night Market here. I thought the Rat was actually pretty good, but could take the Monument of Endurance. I mean, it's certainly early enough where we could find some cyclers. I think this is a good card. Whenever you cycle, you draw an extra card. I'm pretty sure that's how cycle works. I guess if I'm reading it wrong, then then it's not good, but Rocky Roads. I like these lands that make creatures are cool. Mutant Surveyor, I got a chance to play that before. I think it's good. The Assailant is fine. It starts your engine. It's a flyer. Interface Ace. So it kind of just crews everything and blocks relatively well too, which is kind of nice. Light Shield Parry is a cycle card. We could take the Parry. I feel like we'd probably take the Surveyor though. It's got a lot built into it for a common. It's good. It's inflatable, so it's good if you have a lot of excess mana. It does start your engine, and then it has an ability from your graveyard. I kind of like that. What's this Broodheart engine do? Well, missed it. So Archfiend, it's got the cycling. It's going to synergize with the Monument. Collision Course deals X damage to our creature, X number of permanents you control that are creatures and or vehicles. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. Typically, I'd like it more if it was instant speed. Dredger's Insight. Wait, let's read the black and white cards first. A creature dies this turn, surveil one. Oh, that's actually pretty good for a common. It just buffs. And then when a creature dies, that's kind of good. I still like the versatility of the Archfiend, but this Javelineer actually seems like a decent beatdown card. I'm going to take the Archfiend. The effect is pretty strong. It can, board wipe potentially, and then it's also got the cycle, so it just is going to potentially make our Monument better. Another Haunted Hellride came back. So I could take Foul Roads. It's just like a free land that can also turn into a pilot, which is not bad. Or we more likely take Grim Bauble because it's a removal card for 1 mana. I mean, free cards are better, but it's tough to pass up removal. Even when you have a trick that cycles for Monument. I mean, we don't have to play the Monument either. All right, let's take the Bauble. Another Dune Drifter. I mean, I feel good about that. This card is good. Get an artifact or a creature card back. So it's even good with Grim Bauble. You pay 3 mana, you get a 3/3 that accrues for 2, and this comes back to the battlefield and kills something. That's good value. I like that. We can read other cards while we wait. So this is the new kind of divination effect. Way better than divination. Got a bounce. Still the Javelineer, which I like. I think this card's good. But I'm going to take the Drifter. Another Archfiend. I feel fine with that. Otherwise, I could take the Surveil 2 Wickerfolk. It flies. It's this is good for turning on your engines and stuff. Starting your engines, I should say. But I'll take the Archfiend. I haven't played this format enough to really decide. But just based on looking at these cards, a Cycler that is also a win con typically is good. Because you can ditch it early or you can play it. It doesn't matter. So this starts your engines, draws 2, discard. And then if you have max speed, it makes your stuff cheaper. Or maybe I take the Glider because it makes the Ox a little better. Saddle 3 is expensive. I don't think the Glider is very good, but I'm just going to cut white and take it because, well, this is uncommon. Let's try out the scoreboard. I just don't think the Glider is very good. Wretched Doll, on the other hand, I feel good about taking this. And it's an uncommon. Surveil is good, especially at 1 cost. Okay, that's actually a good card too. Dealing 1 damage to any target when it dies is nice, and it just mounts stuff better, or rides vehicles, whatever. Haunted Hellride versus Scoreboard. Well, we already have a Scoreboard. I might be able to splash this. I don't think we need 2 scoreboards. It's already clunky enough. And then get the parry back. I mean, parry when you're running Monument doesn't seem bad to me. Mendicant Core Guidelight, 2 mana, equal the number of artifacts you control, start your engines. Wow, I mean, that's really strong. We could try and make that happen. I think it's going to be challenging, but let's Pit Automaton dude. So you can only do this to activate abilities. When you next activate an exhaust ability, it isn't a mana ability, copy it. All right, I mean, that's kind of cool. Otherwise, Siphon Fuel, which is less exciting. I mean, this card is very good, but how many artifacts do we even have? We have 7? All right, never mind. We have Bolode. We could try. I mean, that's a ridiculous effect. And we already kind of want to splash blue. All right, see if we can find the lands to support the splash. Another Dune Drifter? I'm kind of okay with it. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. Okay. So just Dune Drifter number 3 and be okay with it? I think we are. Feels like good value. Oh. Splash green. Create an insect for each artifact and or creature card in your graveyard whenever another insect you control dies. Metza. Might be able to splash green for that. I'm splashing all these things with no actual way to splash. That could be tough. That's just a really strong card, though. What does this do? Oh, that's cool. That actually has decent synergy with our Dune Drifter, too. just because it mills. I kind of want to play this. Is that wrong? This is so good. I'm going to take it. That's such a strong card. All right. So somehow we need to splash blue and green. Okay. I mean, it's possible. Just need, you know, a little fixing. Well, this doesn't quite fix. Oh, wow. That's a strong card. If we're already splashing, do we do it? I don't know. Canyon Vaulter. I mean, it's going to mount well. Or we could just take the land that's kind of like a free land for the deck. I mean, if we're going to splash green, we don't have any other exhaust abilities, and there's no way we'd be able to activate that if we're splashing green. So maybe that's not the best idea. I'm just going to take the Vowel Roads. It's a free card for the deck. I feel okay about it. Another Dune Drifter. Is this card not good? Am I reading this wrong? Artifact or creature card, mana value X, from your graveyard to the battlefield. So yeah, I mean, it's not good unless we get enough cheap things, but I really am failing to see how this card is bad. I mean, I could take... Scoured Barrens is going to help make this splash business easier, but if I just get enough of these, I can just keep rezzing things over and over again. It's really good. So there's a Disciple in here. Ticket Tortoise. Guess we're just going to take another Archfiend. We already have two, but they cycle. They work well with the Monument. Okay, we could take this. 3 mana 7/2. I wonder if Terror's better just because we have 10 artifacts, which is insane. Aether Jacket is good. I kind of like this card too. It's less clunky too. I'm going to go with the Jacket because it flies. It's cheaper. 4 is typically the awkward mana cost area. This at least cruise vehicles, which I kind of like. But we'd probably take another Surveyor. I'm going to need some more cheap stuff, but I'm going to take the Surveyor anyway. I kind of like the card. A little bit of awkward synergy, I guess, with Dune Drifter, because you kind of want to exile it from your graveyard to draw, but hey, I'm not unhappy about resurrecting it either. So Siphon Fuel versus Collision Course. I mean, we're probably going to have a lot of creatures and vehicles. Ends up being cheaper than Siphon Fuel. Maybe. Probably. 2 versus 5 is quite a bit cheaper. Or I could take more Cyclers. Just go all cycling deck for Monument. All right. Wicker Folk's playable. I mean, it's an artifact that otherwise Fuel of Flames, yeah. No, we probably, considering the lack of fixing we're getting, I kind of like this card. With 4 Dune Drifters, we might just play the Cruiser over the Oil Gorger. We need to make sure we have, you know, enough creatures, but I'll take it. That's all right. All right. I mean, this seems like a total playable trick. Protection from removal, permanently buffs. Gives Death Touch. Risky Shortcut. I doubt we're going to have enough space for that. We already have to find cuts, and it's probably, sadly, our splash, even though our splash stuff is insane. All right, I could take the Scoured Barrens and work towards splashing, but I really don't think we have to splash is I guess, the issue. Could take another spin out. Let's just, I mean, if we don't have to splash, we shouldn't have to. I really don't think we're going to have to splash. Scoured Barrens does make it easier to splash for other colors, but I don't want to pass the spin out. I think it's strong removal. Oh, this buffs your mounts and vehicles. It's pretty cool because we do have a good amount of mounts and vehicles, don't we? Only 1 mount, but 6 vehicles. That's a decent Lord effect for the deck. I'm still going to take spin out, though. I mean, it's just hard to go wrong with pretty awesome removal like that. Speed Demon. All right. 5 mana, 5/5 flying trample. Start your engines. I see. I'm still going to take it. Like, I can see that being a reasonable downside, but a lot of times that's going to be a pretty good upside if you can afford to lose life. Hour of Victory is cool, too. I like this. That is a good card. Tune Up. Well, probably don't need it because we already are doing a lot with that. How many creatures do we have? Only 11? Well, we're going to need more to mount and crew all these things, but I'm not going to pass a on-color mythic. That's pretty good. So I could take the Vaulter. That's going to be good with the mounts, and it's cheap. Deathless Pilot comes back, though, but giving all of our stuff flying is pretty good, and our mounts. Otherwise, we could take more removal, but I guess we actually need creatures, and particularly cheap ones, because we're probably not playing this or Hellride, and Atchik is likely not happening because we don't have the fixing for it. Okay. There was removal in there, but we already are at the point where we need to do a bunch of cuts, so good problem to have, but a problem nonetheless when we only got 11 creatures. So probably not doing maximum overdrive, even though I like it, because we want more removal-based stuff. Momentum Breaker. So this, more removal. Take another Surveyor. There's also Grim Bauble. Or you could take Dismal Backwater for Blue Splash. That does open up Mendicant, because we're like all artifacts. I mean, getting max speed's going to be tricky. Jeez. Momentum Breaker is good, but are we going to end up with enough creatures is the problem. I'm going to go with the Breaker over the Grim Bauble and the Surveyor. This could be wrong if we don't end up with enough creatures. All right, Nesting Bot's a great one. There's Grim Bauble in here too. Wrangler, Wretched Doll. I mean, Surveyor. Good options here. I think I like this one because it's 1 mana. And 2 bodies in 1 is just typically good, especially when both bodies are artifacts. Yeah, man, we've got good problems going here. All right, another artifact, or we could. I think we want the cheaper thing. I mean, Terror is insane in here with all the. We're like an all artifact deck, so that's a lot of draining. But I like this card. It just beats down well, and our late game is looking good. I think. With all the res we can do, we can trade early and play Dune Drifters for 4 mana, get a 3/3 that brings this back. I think it's just good. I mean, Jack would be good, another Wicker Folk, all these things would be good. Indomitable. Okay. So you have to pay 2 life and sack an artifact or a creature. It's still not bad. What's our creature count up to? 13? We're probably going to need some more. I could try this card out. I don't think it's amazing, but I just want to make sure we get enough creatures. All right. I'm going to take Spin Out now. Is this card not good? I mean, it's here pick 8. There is Hunger Tyrant and all that. And technically we do need more creatures, but I'm going to take Spin Out. All right, get the Wicker Folk. Or we could take Scoured Barrens, but I kind of like this card for starting your engines. Because we have a couple ways to start your engines now, and Evasion's going to be good for that. And Surveil's good. I think it's probably a decent card. I mean, this is tough because we have to make cuts, but... All right, Night Market. Actually, how can I pass this? This card is good. Yeah. Man, I want Night Market too, but that card is just too good to pass. All right, Pilot versus Surveyor number 3. I'm doing pretty good on cheap stuff. I already have 2 Surveyors, though. I'll just take the Pilot for diversity. Get a Surveyor anyway. And a Wrangler. We could. Probably won't, but we could. So we ended up with all the goodies we need. The only issue we have now is we actually have to make cuts. So I think Monument and... Oh, wow. And then we get a last pick total playable card. Nice one. Okay. Well, deck is feeling good. Although Black-White didn't work so hot for me last time. Let's ditch the... We'll see if we don't even have enough to do Monument, then it's probably not worth it. But let's take a look here. Let's see how many actual cyclers we've got. Because this doesn't discard Surveil, no. I don't think we've got enough. Yeah. We just don't have enough cycle. to reliably do Monument. So we're going to ditch that plan, which means we ditch the parry. And I don't know about 3 Archfiends in that case either, although we have 18 creatures. Sacking an artifact or creature in addition to paying its other costs. So I think I'm keeping the Cruiser. Probably ditching the Wrangler. I feel like I don't need this one. Maybe 2 Archfiends, just because they cycle. That feels easy enough. And then the question becomes, what are the other 2 creatures we're probably cutting? Because I probably shouldn't cut too much more than that. I feel like the weakest creatures are likely, I don't know. It's tough to cut a pilot. Vaulter giving flying is good when you have 4 Dune Drifters. We're going to see how good Dune Drifter is, I guess. I don't know if we need 3 Surveyors. Yeah, that's probably excessive. Although it's totally fine. I kind of want to run the Javelineer. I like that. Cruiser might have to get cut. No, just Gravedigger effect like that is just good. Especially when you're like surveilling and stuff. Yeah, that's tough. I think I'm like, Pilot coming back is nice too though. It's just a decent mana sink. But the Wicker Folk surveilling is good. Maybe we go to 1 Archfiend. Maybe we don't need 2. Is Indomitable good? Maybe we can ditch Indomitable. There's not a ton of things I want to sack to it. I could sack a Nesting Bot and get it back. And it's just a 4/3. It's not like it's a broken card and you're getting back. You're paying 4 mana. Yeah, we can probably cut that. So that puts us at 14 creatures, but 15 if you count the Hour of Victory, which I'm comfortable doing. So we should probably cut some non-creature cards. I'm just going to make this quite a bit trickier. Let's take a look at what we've got for non-creatures. These still kind of count as creatures, I guess. I don't want to cut the spin-outs. I'm counting that as a creature. In collision course. Blows up an artifact or deals damage to creatures. It's kind of nice. I think that's a good card. 2 mana blow up an artifact is going to be good in this format. Aether Jacket does it too, I guess. Jeez. So I have to cut 3 cards. And they should probably be non-creatures. Because we're at 15 right now. But Dune Drifter can only bring back artifacts and creatures. So that's really not... really don't want to cut Grim Bauble, I don't think. I really don't want to cut Collision Course or Momentum Breaker, but I don't want to cut Spin Out either. Man. We've got a tricky job here. I could cut the Carrying Cruiser. You know, that probably makes sense. I think it's a good card, but considering we already have 4 Dune Drifters, which are pretty similar, it just feels like a card we should probably cut. If I'm going to cut removal, I guess it's Collision Course and Momentum Breaker and keep 3 Spinouts. I don't want to cut Momentum Breaker. It starts your engines too. All right, maybe Collision Course because it doesn't start your engines. How much do we care about start your engines? Basically, I can just buff that. Do I really even care that much about start your engines? Probably not, huh? Yeah, we don't even have, I guess, exiling that from your graveyard, the search your library. We don't have that much start your engine stuff that really matters. I guess Speed Demon kind of does too, but I only have to cut 1 more card. I don't want to cut Spin Out. I could cut Momentum Breaker. Or I could cut a creature, but I really feel like it's unwise with 4 Dune Drifters to cut a creature. We could. I don't love it though. Tricky. I guess you can count Vile Roads as a creature, sort of, too. Jeez. I want to make sure I have enough removal, too. If I were to cut a creature, which would it be? I don't want to cut the Flyers, I don't think, because they surveil, which is good for Dune Drifter. I don't really want to cut the Vaulter. I don't want to cut the Pilot. Jeez. This is like a kill spell. I don't want to blow that up either. Could cut one more Surveyor. Love that either. I mean, I really don't want to cut a creature, to be honest. Bobble versus Breaker. Just because the spin out targeted is tough to... Tricky. All right, I'm going to cut the... Gosh. So Bobble's best synergy is with... Yeah, it's pretty good with Dune Drifter. 3 mana, get this and kill something. That's tough to pass up. I mean, this has to be in our graveyard, but it's got a built-in way to do it. I just don't think running 14 creatures is super wise, but maybe it's okay. Like, maybe we can cut one more Surveyor. I don't really want to, but I want to make sure we have enough removal too. Man, it's a tough one to build. Way tougher than I realized. Way more black than white. I think 9/8 is going to be an appropriate split. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know how to feel about this deck. I'm 2 drafts in and I already feel like I'm struggling a little bit, but we'll see what we can do with this one. All right, we'll see you in round 1. Okay, we're on the draw, but this is a good keep. We got Wicker Folk. We don't have any white mana, but we have the strongest card in our deck in Speed Demon. And this is going to help us dig for our white mana. So we'll go for that plan. And we have Spin Out when we need it. I mean, this is good with Starcher Engines, getting the flying going. So we can play Deathless Pilot too, but we really want to hit our white mana next turn, so I'm going to do the Wicker Folk. See if they counter this. They do not. Let's look for that white mana. Didn't find it. We're going to ditch both of these because we want our white mana pretty bad. All right. Oh, it's going to be really good against us. Whoops. That's going to be a strong card against us. 4 Dune Drifters. It's just exhaust, draw a card, discard, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's pretty good. So at 4 mana, we can play the Dune Drifter and get our 3/3 back. That's pretty good. We can do Bulwark Ox here too. It's a pretty cheap exhaust cost, honestly. But I can saddle this and attack for 3. I mean, I guess the best use of mana is Spin Out. Because then next turn I can do Ox plus Pilot. But I'm already probably going to do Dune Drifter plus... Well, I probably am doing Ox plus Pilot next turn, huh? They get pretty good value from this. I guess it's just a loot, but... I'm going to maximize my mana and just kill this. I can't reliably block it. We have more removal in the deck. We're going to do Ox plus Pilot next turn is the plan. Because I may want to save Dune Drifter for when Speed Demon dies. Got some cyclers in there. All right, what's this Fabricator do again? Oh, wow. That's amazing with cycling, too. All right, let's do the... let's do Ox plus Pilot. Because now we have a lot of incentive to... save the Dune Drifter for the Speed Demon. Wait until we get 7 mana. What's this? It only cruise for... Alright, cruise for 2 at least. Wouldn't mind if they used a removal on our Ox here. Okay, so they can crew their fabricator now, which does have flying. So we'll just do the speed demon here. Pass the turn. We get to draw a card. Another spin out, great. Well, probably want to take out that fabricator. Like I said, they have the kill spell for Speed Demon. At least we have Dune Drifter. 2 more in here too. All right, they did the spin out, kind of as expected, which is fine. We're okay. Got, like I said, 2 more Dune Drifters in here. Nesting bot, not bad. So they can only block one thing, so I think I'm going to play the nesting bot. And I'm going to saddle with the bot here. And then we'll get in. And buff the Wicker Folk. And I don't want to spin out the Guardian because then they could block with the Fabricator. So we're going to wait for him to block first. And then we're going to spin out. And they might have protection, but we're going to go for it. All right. So that worked out fine. Maybe they have more kill spells. Who knows? Like I said, we're a mana away from Dune Drifter getting back Speed Demon and us drawing a bunch of cards. Which is obviously really good. I like that Fabricator because he's got a bunch of cyclers in there too, or at least a couple. Wreck Remover is going to be real bad against us. This card seems good to me, this Haunt the Network. Like, if you're running enough artifacts, that's going to be pretty brutal. So they can crew their Fabricator now. All right, so we got our 7th land. And I do control mount, so that's good. Let's go for the big play here, because we can't attack into the Fabricator. So we'll see. We're going to get back our Speed Demon here. And draw 2 cards. Could have attacked with everything and drawn more, which is true, but not necessary. Let's see if they have another kill spell. Another, I mean, that's pretty awesome. So I'm okay playing lands here. I think we do Hour of Victory. I mean, we're just gonna be smashing here, so guess I could have waited. Get the zombie. So we'll crew that. And then we'll saddle this. And then we'll attack here. So they can kill the ox if they crew the fabricator, I guess. Or I mean, they can just double block the ox, I guess it depends. All right. So we're gonna draw 3 cards here, which means we go to 11. These crew for 2 though, so they're gonna be smashing for not lethal, at least. But we don't have any instants to protect us here. We do have Archfiend, I guess, but that kills a lot of our things, so I'm not sure about that yet. They don't have lethal yet. We certainly do have lethal. All right. Took game 1. I mean, that was all Speed Demon, the best card in our deck by a mile. Like I said, this Wreck Remover is a problem. Our whole deck is kind of hinging on 4 Dune Drifters. I'm not going to cut that plan, but that's an issue. They could bring in Collision Course as extra. Yeah, I mean, Grim Bobble's looking worse against basically everything we saw from him. Yeah. We didn't see one thing yet that Grim Bobble's good against. We just like it because it's something to bring back with Drifter, but that's not, I mean, might as well just bring in Collision Course. Otherwise, we could do Maximum Overdrive as protection from Spin Out. They have Intimidation Tactics too. All right, well, good to know. Let's run it back. All right, we're on the draw. We're keeping. We have both colors. Guess we have an Ether Jacket. Oh, there's a good draw. Now we've got a turn progression, guys. Look at that. In a cycle? That's what you did last game. Yeah. Two mana 3/3. I mean, granted it's legendary, but it's still good. It's a real threat on turn 2. All right. Keen Buccaneer. It's a good one. We're going to start our engines here. But now the Buccaneer... Well, actually, the Buccaneer doesn't even keep us back. We can still smash with the Surveyor. It's kind of nice. Can do it whenever, huh? All right. No sorcery speed attachment on that one. It's just a one-time effect. Ooh, what does this nuts thing do? Wow. What are they going to take? Maybe nothing. Maybe they're okay with all this. Hey, at least Aether Jacket can kill the Gear Hulk. That's the good news. They got to take Aether Jacket. It's the only thing that can deal with But if they discard it, we have Dune Drifter to bring it back in 2 turns. That's pretty nice. Still, that's probably their play, I would think. No, they did Dune Drifter, which is pretty curious. Maybe they have removal for Aether Jacket. I can double block the Buccaneer, but then they could have Kill Spell plus Pump, and I can't pump my Surveyor. I'm still kind of okay with that. I think we'll double block. So if they have Spin Out, they could Exhaust plus Spin Out. I mean, that's pretty brutal. Maybe we'll chill this turn. Okay. All right, so we got Wretched Doll, not bad. All right, let's see. So we have to kill the Gear Hulk, I think, but I kind of need to kill the Guardian now too, huh? Jeez. I mean, I don't have a flyer coming for a while, so I guess we're gonna kill the I think we gotta kill the flyer. And then we can do Wretched Doll, I guess. Then I can't pump the Surveyor. Huh. All right, we're gonna play the Wretched Doll. I think the plan is to double block the Gear Hulk now. I'm not in love with this plan, but desperate times call for desperate measures here. It's a good card. It's an interesting choice to leave the Surveyor alive. Spin Out, great. It's actually a really nice draw. So basically, I think the plan is block the Buccaneer with the Surveyor. Maybe we double block it. And then I think we gotta try and kill this. Tough one. No, I guess that worked out okay. Can I get back with Dune Drifter? Two cards left in their hand. Yeah, I could just get back Sundial. Leaves me with pretty decent blocks. Otherwise, I'm still 2 lands away from getting back our 7 drop. So let's just do... Yeah, because then we can do this plus Javelineer. Alright, let's attack then. I mean, if they have another kill spell, then it's pretty tough. But we'll just steal that, move up our speed. Do the Dune Drifter for 2. Get back Sundial. Although, do I want to do the Wretched Doll? That's probably better. Wretched Doll actually, I think, makes more sense. In my opinion. So I have 7. I'd still have enough to play Javelineer and double pump Surveyor, so I think I'll leave it on top. I'm okay with that. And granted, they're gaining a bunch of life, but we're doing okay. Okay, so replay the Javelineer. No, leave up the Surveyor for double blocks. Leave the Wretched Doll back for... I mean, I guess I could have gotten max speed there for Surveyor. Yeah, maybe that was better. Yeah, probably. Oh, well. Jeez. Wow, that's a rare too. And they have multiples of that? That's kind of crazy. And the Gearhulk's a rare too? Oh, it's a mythic. Wow. That's pretty sweet. Double rare plus mythic, and they've already managed to do it multiple times. Now I'm just a little confused. Nice one. I can gain some life equal to my speed. Gonna need that. I don't think I can keep this going long enough. All right. Yeah, not gonna get me there now. Jeez, we got really picked apart this game, didn't we? $20 cards left in our deck. We're okay. I'm still going to do the spin out on their turn, and the reason is because they might try and bounce. They might use like a bounce spell or something to try and get their Gear Hulk through for lethal. So I'd rather just wait. All right. Well, that's cool. Now we can surveil. We got max speed too. Great. Oh, so I can get that on my graveyard to draw. Let's do some surveilling. We don't need lands. This much is clear. No, we don't need that. We got better things going on than that. So I guess I'd probably rather surveil before drawing, wouldn't I? That makes more sense, I think. I mean, we probably keep the Cannon Vaulter, I guess. And we'll do that at the end of their turn. Well, let's see what they target. All right, they're choosing Aether Jacket, so I guess we'll just allow that. Three, 4 is actually a big problem against our Vaulter here, though, isn't it? I need to deal 40 damage somehow, so I guess I have to attack. Uh-oh. We still have our Archfiend in there. That's good news. All right. Bummer. Yeah, it's a start. Got our work cut out for us here. I mean, I think we still have 2 more Dune things left, right? Or do we only have 1 left? No, we have 2 left. So we can get back our Archfiend. That should help. Uh-oh. I don't even know if we can deal 39 damage in this amount of time. This screws for 1, I'm guessing? Yeah. Sure. I mean, now our best bet's probably decking them, huh? Oh, well. All right, well, you don't care about that, I don't think. Oh, wait. No, we can lose 3 life, I guess, if they cycle. That's actually pretty bad. I don't know. I have no idea why I attacked there. There was no reason to attack. I can't take out their life total. I don't think we have enough to deck them either, but that was definitely not the right play. I mean, they literally are just a cycle away from killing us with a monument to endurance, though. It was definitely supposed to just pass. Weird choice. Hey, I guess if they want to eat more time off their clock, I'm okay with it. Gosh, Cruiser's seeming better here, isn't it? Because it seems like a bit of a grind. The Cruiser does look good for the grind. Yeah. Let's ditch the Vaulter. I kind of want to bring in the Surveyor and ditch more like... I can probably ditch Pilot. Pilot comes back though, but no, it's probably okay. I'm just trying to think of more like late game stuff that's probably better for us. All right, try that. This match has been a grind. Wow. Play first. Well, that's a keep, all right. Even get those engines going. Turn one. That's great. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to do a turn two. I think we do the doll. Yeah, we don't do the bot turn one. So basically, we do doll into surveyor, because otherwise we have to hope that we draw an untap black mana. Oh, bummer. I'm going for the Buccaneer because it's smaller than the Gear Hulk. Oh, I'm cool with that. No play. Oh, that's unexpected. So my assumption is that they have the thing that copies the Gear Hulk. So this actually feels like a good opportunity to just dump our hand. I'm going to play the Wicker Folk. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I guess we can keep both of these, although I'd probably rather play Jacket first. And then I'll play the Surveyor, and then we'll pass. My assumption is they're going to play another Gear Hulk. Because they have double of a rare copy, dude. They can do it on themselves. Man, playing that three times in a game is pretty awesome for them. Not so good for us, as it turns out. That's good. Tapping out. I like that. Makes their attacks worse. Although if they attack with just Locust Swarm, then yeah, I was going to say we're still pretty solid. So I can do Jacket here. They can activate the Hull Drifter, so I guess I can't get in, but we'll do the Jacket. for now. That's fine. And pass. Yeah, I guess our hope is to wear down their clock enough, but that's not the hope that you love. Jeez. Nice one. It's a pretty solid one, too. Man, we're getting destroyed here. Opponent's doing awesome. Oh, at least that's an easy choice. Yeah, that makes things better. I think the Crusher's going to get back our Archfiend, so our plan is to just let all of our 1-2 sort of dudes die here. So we should probably just kill as many. I guess we just probably put that there. And then there's no way to kill. I want to kill that Geralt too. There's no way to do that, is there? I guess there is. Basically, we go like this. And then we don't take any damage. This is still tough though, but I think this is how we're going to have to do it. Or was I supposed to? No, this is fine. And then I basically have to rip a land? Man, it's not ideal. Basically, I have to rip Archfiend, and then, yeah, this is tough. Oh, well, that actually worked out pretty good. Let's do the Cruiser. And we got to get back the Archfiend, I think. Because I can do Dune Drifter, but no, we're just one shy of the Archfiend, so we're going to have to do that. And I guess I can get in with these two because they're all flyers anyway. Get the speed going a little faster. All right, that's fine. Not the end of the world. It's not the draw we wanted, but what are you gonna do? So I can get our max speed. I probably have to do that. So unfortunately, I think I have to swing with Wicker Folk. I can do spin out for the Guardian. All right. I think that's the play. So we have 6 lands. So we'll have to do Hour of Victory. We have to do that as a sorcery. And just do Collision Course. Actually, that's cheaper, huh? Yeah, that makes more sense. Collision Course, blow up the Guardian. Okay. Collision Course. Destroy target artifact, blow up Guardian. Do Tyrant. And then pass. Man, we're definitely just going for the clock at this point. I don't know how else we... I think it's more likely they run out of 3 minutes than we deal 32 damage somehow. They attack with the Gravestalker. I think it's an easy block with Nesting Bot and our 2/2 zombie. Or maybe the Cruiser, actually. It makes more sense. Yeah, probably get rid of the vehicle. Yeah, I like that more. Because we have the Dune Drifter to get it back, to then get another creature back. Although it goes to our hand. Maybe that doesn't make sense. Huh. That's not the one I was expecting. Sure. Now our 1/1s die here, so I guess we'll do Surveyors. So there's no reason to play the Archfiend. We just keep everything back as blockers. There's our Dune Drifter, that's good. So I could do Dune Drifter. What can I get back with it right now? I can get back Nesting Bot. I can get back Wretched Doll. But I think we'll just chill. Our plan is to do the, well... Yeah, it's a tough one. All right, that's good. So just keep this back. Just wearing out a clock. I mean, Dune Drifter, even getting back Nesting Bot is not the worst. All right. So should probably block like this. They know about the Archfiend though. So maybe just block like, I can't really afford to take 3 though. Maybe block like, huh. Yeah, a tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't want the 1/3 to die, so yeah. May not have a choice here. I don't love this, but I think Archfiend is probably coming down anyway. What is this crew for? 2? All right, well, that's a little better. So man, I can Dune Drifter here. Just don't have anything too good to get back. That's the problem. I mean, I can Archfiend, it kills my own thing. I probably need to spin out. So I guess I can Dune Drifter back, Nesting Bot. Because I'm just wearing them out anyway. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. And then we'll leave up spin out. Yeah, I like that. All right. I think this is probably the best. And just wear out their clock is the plan anyway, so that's fine. Especially if it takes time for them to activate and like attack, stuff like that. For after attackers. So we'll spin out the Fabricator, see if it resolves. Does. And then we'll block here. Sure. Ox. Leave this back. And the plan is to just wear out their clock, hopefully. Man, they just have to cycle a couple times, I think, right? Sure. Can I do this whenever? All right. Just gonna do another pilot. All right. Wow. That was a ridiculous match. Won by timeout. Let's see for the next one. All right, we're on the draw. No black mana with like all black spells, but I guess we technically have Aether Jacket. I'm going to keep it. This is pretty risky. I mean, this is like a dead card in our hand, basically. Momentum Breaker could save us if we get a black mana, but obviously this hand is pretty reliant on us getting a black mana. I mean, I wonder if Aether Jacket wasn't in here, I feel like I'd probably mulligan, but the fact that it is kind of makes me want to keep it. Obviously, this hand needs some help. This is pretty cool that it starts your engines with a land. I kind of like that. Uh-oh. Yeah-oh, another white mana, huh? Well, at least they haven't played anything. And we're on turn 3 now. So I think we'll probably start with the jacket. And the reason is because it has flying. So then I can play Surveyor, get start your engines, and probably be able to get in pretty reliably there. Oh, wow. That's pretty sweet, actually. So I could blow that up because it's an artifact. It's probably worth it. So I'm missing out on start your engines. Oh, maybe I should have just done momentum breaker then. Oh, dang. Well, all right, I guess that's what I'm doing then. Changed my mind. Tough one, because I'm missing out on a speed bonus there, but whoops. Look at that. They're like activating max speed without actually hitting us. It's pretty impressive, actually. It's pretty cool. Drifter, don't need that. Best use of mana, I suppose, is... Jeez, I don't even know. A 3-drop, I guess? So maybe Surveyor? Yeah, I suppose Surveyor makes sense. Jeez. I could... this is quite the mistake. Not sequencing correctly, because I could have had max speed on my next turn. What's this nuts rare do? Whenever a player casts a spell they don't own, that player creates a treasure token. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, controller looks at the top card of that opponent's library, exiles it face down. They may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. Wow, that's pretty cool. Is it an artifact? No. Guess I could attack into it and then Grim Bauble, but that doesn't seem wise. So, what is the play? It's probably Grim Javelin here. And then get in with this. So they get a free spell. All right. I mean, I could double block it. It's not great. Looks like they're not interested in that either. So I can't even Dune Drifter because I'm short on mana here. Best use of mana is probably Hour of Victory, so I suppose we probably do that. And at least we have max speed now. I guess that's good. Can find anything? I'm gonna have to find a black mana with Hour of Victory. That's more just sad than anything. But got spin out for days. What does this nuts card do? Search the library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it on the battlefield if it's 2 or less, otherwise put it in your hand. All right, let's see what they find. Oh, Grim Bubble. Well, that worked out pretty well. Man, I'm still just a land away from, you know, Dune Driftering that, but cannot find the land. I mean, I suppose I could just get in and then Grim Bobble their Gonti. Might need to do that. Oh, well. Whoops. I still can't even spin out either. Gosh, not having spin out here is so nuts. So I think I sack this, I get a black mana, and then I do Grim Bobble. All right. Gosh, this is brutal. What do you do? How many artifacts you got in there? 2? All right. So they get a free spell off the top of our deck now, which is obviously insane. But I don't know what to say. I needed a land. I forgot about their crude thing, so that made this trickier too. Sure. What does this do again? All right. That's fine. Not the end of the world. Black mana would be helpful. That one, not so much. So I guess I could get back Aether Jacket. Not worth it. I gotta spin out the Gonti. How sad is this? Jeez. I'm just getting brutalized here. I mean, if I can survive, I'm doing good. But, you know, I gotta, like, survive. I think we'll probably sack the Momentum Breaker just because we're so mana starved here. Dune Drifter probably makes the best use of mana. That's a good one. I kind of like that one. Exile, where is it? Oh, it's an exhaust ability. Discards a card. Well, I think we can afford to do that. I just don't know which one yet. Probably the Wicker Folk, I guess. Yeah. Pay 2 life on the word. That's pretty good. Wait, that doesn't have haste, does it? Oh, now it has haste. Okay. Alright, take 4. Use the Momentum Breaker. They have 1 card left. I guess that's good. Alright. Speed Demon. Well, that's a pretty good one. We'll do that. Although, I mean, I could just draw the cards now. My other option is to get back Grim Javelineer. Like I can do, yeah, we probably do. I think this is the safest way to do it. Gives me blocks for both their things. I can activate my Dune Drifter. I have another Dune Drifter in hand. I have Spin Out. So even if they have removal for Javelineer, I just activate the Drifter. Jeez. Brutal. Brutal. Gosh, that is just absolutely brutal. Just brutal. Well, no cards left in hand. I guess that's good news. Bad news is we're taking a boatload of damage. All right, I think we just gotta... Yeah, we're just jamming Speed Demon and hoping they don't get us good here. I suppose we don't have that many turns left. I might have to spin out my own Speed Demon. Maybe that wasn't right. I mean, I'm getting in for 6. I guess that's pretty good. This thing has lifelink, though? Jeez. I can kill them next turn, so I guess I can't afford to pay 2 life now, though, either, for winter. Jeez. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play the Speed Demon. Because I don't have that many spin outs left. Oh, they're attacking with everything? I guess that's good. So then we don't die. Okay. But probably gonna have to spin out our own Speed Demon, so I gotta keep that in mind, I guess. I forgot about that ability. Just kind of an important one. All right, let's play the black mana. So we probably have to spin out Winter, which means, gosh. Do I have any Dune Drifters for 1? No. Jeez. I mean, I can do Wicker Folk. I can do Pilot. Okay. So we'll do Pilot. No, I still die because of Winter. Jeez. Just really getting wrecked here, aren't I? Well, so I do, let's say Wicker Folk blocks Quick Welder. Nope, still die. Wait. Yeah, because I'll go to 4. So I have to chump. All right. So what if I do this? Okay. So I play this. Chump. Plus spin out Winter. And then I go to 2. All right. That's the play. What is this? Okay. They have multiple of those? Oh, you can just keep doing that. Wow, that's really good. All right, what do I want to get back now? Obviously can't do the Speed Demon. Ether Jacket, maybe. I guess that is an artifact. And then I can activate it. So maybe Dune Drifter plus... So I can play 3 things. I guess I get to go, I can go Ox plus Wicker Folk plus Doll. Maybe that's the best play, huh? Until I can get my bearings here. And then hopefully get these Dune Drifters online. Jeez. Gosh. Making it tough. Making it real tough for us. All right. What am I getting back? Anything. I can't do Speed Demon. Could do the Flyer. Maybe Surveyor. Yeah, I could see Surveyor. Plus Tyrant. All right. That's pretty good. We'll do that. Because Surveyor's inflatable, so that actually kind of makes sense to me. But they're getting their loot on, and they've like gained a bunch of life, so that winter brutalizes pretty good. Oh, I guess I was supposed to wait and activate the drifter first. Which actually kind of sucks because we have a lot of drifters in the deck. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's still an annoyance. Yeah, we have 4 of those, so that's tough. I mean, it still gets our use out of it, but jeez. And it's a flyer too? Gosh. That is so brutal. That is so brutal. Kind of curious they killed that one instead of the Surveyor, but they didn't want us to. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I guess we're just dead. I can't activate. Or maybe I can. Yeah, it just costs 2 to activate. Okay. Well, that's still not good enough, though. Do I have anything here? I can't believe I got brutalized here so badly. I can't get any artifact I want, right? Oh, so I can get back Momentum Breaker? Okay. Wait, that's an enchantment. So I can get back... Jeez. I just don't have enough blockers. I don't know what to say. Tough one. Tough one. This is a brutal format. That armory is just brutal. Is that a rare? It's just an uncommon, huh? Gosh, that's good. Card is just incredible. I can't believe they had like 0 cards in hand, and I'm pretty sure we had like 5 at one point or something insane like that. And I still was just getting beat down by 2 5s, so that was a brutal game. Absolutely brutal. Can't believe I lost that one. Do I want the collision course again? Probably. Yeah, I think we do. What did I ditch last time for that? Bobble? What's Bobble kill? Nothing again? It's got to kill something. Not Terror. No. Kills Winter. That's a pretty important one. Doesn't kill Gonti. I think I'll swap those out. There's just so many more things that Collision Course deals with. Unless I wanted to ditch another creature, which I don't really want to. Yeah, that was an insane loss. Wow. Really harsh. Anything else I want? I don't think so. Run it back. This is this format just super grindy, or is it my deck that's making it grindy, or is it just random happenstance that it's grindy? But man, this is like super taxing format on my brain. I don't love this hand, but I guess we got to keep. Well, at least I'm willing to trade when you got a Dune Drifters up the wazoo here. Get our engine started here. Bummer. Bummer. actually going to attack. The reason I'm attacking is because I can get it back with Drifter anyway. And so I could have bluffed them, but now at least I'll have my Vaulter back, and then my Drifter can have flying, so I guess that's pretty good. All right. Oh, maybe I was supposed to just play another Drifter there. Well, no, it's only this that gives it flying, though. Hmm. Spin out would have been useful. Could do the Speed Demon. Then I'm going to have to chump a lot of stuff, so I probably need Spin Out, unfortunately. Which is tough because... And I'm just going to do this in case they have protection of some sort. Man, that's tough. Well, yeah, tough one. These X4s are getting us real good. It's a sweet card for 3 mana. 2/4 is just such a good body. I mean, at least I get the Vaulter back. Just nothing to get back with the Drifter. Maybe I was supposed to save that one in case they kill the Vaulter, but if they kill the Vaulter, I die to a response unit anyway. I guess that's not true. I would activate in response, so that would be fine. It's only when I do it on my turn during your main phase. All right. See for round 3. Well, our round 3 opponent is not at their computer, so we'll see what happens. We're going to keep this hand, both colors. They may just time out, or maybe they just had to go to the bathroom. We'll see. All right, opponent is here, which is good. I'd much rather play Magic than not play Magic. So we're going to do Ox first into Wicker Folk. Well, now we'll do Ox into Surveyor. All right. During your turn, as long as you haven't activated an exhaustibility this turn. What? That's insane. So once a turn, you can just buff that thing? That's so good. I mean, granted, we get to kind of do that too, but still, that's really good. I mean, granted, ours is better, but ours is also the rare, so that's pretty dirty. Dang. Well, I wouldn't have been able to play the Javelineer, so this is actually the right way to do it. Max speed next turn, maybe. Uh-oh. This has Star Engines too? No, this one does. Well, at least they didn't take anything. That's good. All right, so they know about all the stuff in our hand. So I can double pump Surveyor. Actually, that's pretty good. So we can get max speed here. They can't really block. So we'll have max speed. So then we can do Hour of Victory plus Search Up. I don't know. Our probably, honestly, let's just get the Speed Demon now. I feel like that's such a big game changer. Especially with Dune Drifter in hand too. And we're gonna draw 4 cards. Yeah, we just need to prevent damage and we'll be all right. Can I activate that whenever? God, that's good. All right, it's fine. All right, land's good. So we're just gonna do Speed Demon, draw 4 here. There's our spin out. So now we can just jump as needed. If they kill Speed Demon, we have the lands to get it back now with Dune Drifter. So we're okay on that front. I mean, it's going to take a couple turns, but whatever. We got enough. I'm actually okay blocking here, I feel like. Just because we've already... I can get it back, yeah. We'll get that off the table. This is good. I'm alright with it. They want us to keep the speed demon. Well, that sort of makes sense, I guess. Let's get Javelineer back. Spin out. Oh, well, both of those. Life gain's gonna be huge. So we can just leave up spin out, I guess, because we've probably got, yeah, this is fine. All right. Speed Demon stole game 1. Pretty dangerous card, but drawing 8 cards is pretty good, it turns out, still. Thankfully, that hasn't gotten too weak yet. So Collision Course versus the Grim Bauble again, I guess. What does Grim Bauble take out? It doesn't take out the Refueler. Yeah, it does take out Skyray. I could see swapping it again. Because they've got artifacts too. But, just this one. Huh. I don't know. Maybe Maximum Overdrive's better. Because then it's like... Oh, it's Exile, so that doesn't even protect against that. Oh, alright. Well, let's keep the Grim Bauble. They probably have some cheap stuff in there, probably. Well, not the best hand I've ever seen, but we've got both colors. I think we got to keep it. All right, that was a good draw. So I could Bobble, sack it, Surveil, plus... So for 7 mana, I could play this, sack it, Dune Drifter for 3, get Bobble back, and basically neg 4 plus Surveil 2, and get this thing. Not great, not terrible. Let's just maximize our mana here and play this. Next turn, I presume we're going to... I don't know, I guess Wicker Folk. All right. I mean, I've got answers for it somewhere. It's not quite one, but gets the engine started, so we're going to do it. Fine if they don't block. Prefer them to get rid of the assailant, but gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like they gotta be pretty tempted to block here. All right. Do that. Now we'll bobble, kill the assailant. And then we've got Wicker Folk plus. I mean, it could also. Well, no, we'll do Wicker Folk plus. We got to find our spin out here. One of them. Oh, Nesting Bot's actually not bad. Yeah, that can block for a couple turns. That's worth it. That's worth it. So I probably want to keep them off max speed here. I don't have a good block anyway. I'm just going to keep them off max speed. All right, so another flyer. Thankfully it's not huge, but still, it's an issue. Three cards left in hand. All right, so I can get do the Dune Drifter, getting the jacket back. It's probably worth it. Yeah, I think it probably is. So bot plus Drifter. Okay. All right. Oh, I can surveil. Okay. So you can surveil first. All right, there we go. Good. That's good. And then I'll just make this now. So they can make it a 5/6. So I'm going to do a lot of blocking. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Actually still end up okay. Obviously not great, but manageable here. All right, so let's get rid of this thing. And then we can get in, work on our speed here. We want that hour of victory to get online. So we can get our speed demon. Jeez. Oh, darn. Oh yeah, I guess this has reach. Bummer. What does this get? Put those lands onto the battlefield, tap the rest on the bottom, and then put a counter on it. Okay. All right, very good. We'll go to the next one here. Go to game 3. Anything different? I don't think so. Ditch the Archfiend. Yeah, I don't love Archfiend here. Why don't we ditch Archfiend? And what am I bringing? Collision Course, I guess? Can blow up some creatures, maybe? Not even particularly well. I don't love it. Could do Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, maybe that's probably pretty good. All right. Brings us down to very few creatures. Like no creatures. We'll play the creatureless deck and see how that goes. All right. I don't know. I don't know about that. All right. It's a good hand. I mean, we got the Speed Demon, so what could go wrong? With 4 ways to get it back. Great draw there. Wow. Really nice draw. We need a land, so I feel like we actually ditch these. As crazy as that is. Because next turn I'm playing Surveyor. I don't know. I guess I'd rather have a removal. Getting rid of 2 creatures when you only have 12 might be incorrect. All right, well, we got our removal. That's good. At least it's from your graveyard only. That's good. What's this one do? Basic lands, put them on the battlefield tapped. All right, that's cool. Oh, that's a good card. That's cool. So I guess we're just leaving up spin out. This is a little bit awkward, but hey, if we draw once off Speed Demon, we're looking pretty solid. I feel like they've got to be pretty tempted to play something here. If they play nothing, we get max speed, and that's pretty good. They have access to quite a bit of mana, though, right now. 5, at least. 6 if they play a land. We've got, like I said, 4 Dune things to draw, so that's good. We need to find one, but we can get back our demon. We have 7 whole mana. We definitely want them to tap out. We draw once off Speed Demon, we're just chef's kiss good. That's such a big hurdle for them to overcome. Yeah, that's good. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So kill this thing. They have protection for it? That'd be pretty tough. All right, no protection. We're beautiful. They still have 2 lands, but oh, and then we rip the demon. So let's get in with the Wicker Folk here. Get our max speed. Go demon. Draw 4. Beautiful. Beautiful. 4 lands too, off the top. Well, it's okay. We got the Drifter. So if they deal with the demon, if they let us untap, we have Maximum Overdrive. Pretty important. Hey, stole the match. Went 2-1. This format is pretty crazy. This is a tough format. We basically won our matches just because of Speed Demon, our mythic. So I have a feeling this may be one of those. I mean, it's too early to tell, but this may be just a rares dominant format more than a synergy. I prefer synergy based formats over rare based formats, but it's way too early to tell yet. I kind of have a feeling that's what the case is going to be. That's kind of how it is nowadays, just with power creep. Like rares just take games over. Whereas before it was like rares were awesome, but they weren't the difference between like I play a rare and win the game, or I play a rare and if you don't have an answer to it for a few turns, then I win the game. But like a Speed Demon just like coming down and drawing 4, a 5-drop that is a win con that draws 4 cards at the end of your turn. Granted, you gotta lose 4 life, but like in that position, it's just so debilitating that it's like it's such a big deficit to overcome for your opponent. And all it took was like them tapping out and me just playing a 5-mana card, and suddenly I'm up 4 cards and have a win con. Like, I mean, that's just insane for 5 mana. It's absolutely insane. So this is an easy Gonti, especially after playing against it. This is a sweet card. I really like this one. So easy Gonti. This exchanges controls and has cycling. That's really nice, actually. I could see this being highly playable. I'm excited to mess around with cycling in this format. I think there's going to be some fun things with that. And then Leonin Surveyor, I think is a great card. Daring Mechanic. It's probably perfectly playable. It's a little clunky, but perfectly playable. And Dynamite Diver I like, although this may, for as grindy as this format has seemed, I think it's going to be more of like a, it feels like it's more of a mid-range setup format, which is typically more fun. I do like that nowadays more than aggro, but we'll see. Like I said, it's early, too early to tell. 2 mana, 2/3 lifelink with upside. Wow, that is insane. That's an easy links pick, I would say. Amazing value on that. So we take that. What's this? Burner Racket too? Okay, that's cool. Gives trample. That's a good aggro card. The Chariot. Whenever you discard 1 more card. Wow, that's a fun card. That's fun. Yeah, the cycling deck seems really fun because you can just play off-color cyclers, basically to just mess around with your strong synergy cards. So that seems like it could be a fun deck. Exhaust value. That looks like a good signpost uncommon. Fun one. Cruise for 1 too. That's a really good card. Really good card. Roadside Blowout. Bounce something, draw. That's really good. This is part of the cycle. It's got flying. Crash and Burn. Deal some damage, instant speed. This is a good card. Blow up a vehicle for 4 or 6 damage to a creature or planeswalker. I mean, that deals with most things at instant speed. 4 mana is a little clunky, but that deals with a lot of things. And finally, Maltender. I think it's good. Definitely for them, where they have like graveyard value. This Seeker was insanely good too. I like that a lot. So I could see that being good. The Gunner. That's a great card. I like that. Yeah. Rummage. Free Rummage? That's amazing. I think this card's really good common. I mean, it's 5, but Free Rummage is fantastic. I thought this card was great too. Man, are they really pushing commons nowadays? 4 mana, 4/4, trample, reach with more upside. Wow. They're just really pushing stuff nowadays, aren't they? Even this bike seems okay. Comes in, it can ramp you, fix you, and then is also a decent beater, gains life. It's got a lot of versatility to it. And the Wreck Remover was good when we were graveyard shenanigan. Oh yeah, what am I picking? Maybe Maltender, because it's a 1-drop that can ramp and fix for multicolor purposes. Could see that being good. Good synergy with mill value stuff. This is a great card too, but I could see maybe not first picking double color card over something that can fix and ramp. I don't know yet. Too early in the format to tell. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed it. That was a grindy draft. So we'll see you for the next one.